Hey, y'all. Hope you're doing okay. Everyone is doing okay. Uh, Last Wednesday, we looked at Liturgy of the Hours, a way to pray, praying the Psalms. And I was thinking, this Wednesday, we'll look at another way of praying. And I was thinking today, look at the Rosary. Rosary's popular. It's part of, I guess, Catholic spirituality. Uh, and it's another way in which we can pray, another way in which we can come in contact with God. What is the rosary? Basically, it's a collection of beads, and on the on the they get tangled up pretty easily. And on these beads, you pray the Our Father, and you pray 10 Hail Marys, etc., while you're reflecting on traditionally on some mystery, on some event from in Jesus's life. So traditionally, you'd pray like an Our Father, and then during the Hail Marys are like a mantra. It's kind of like the background music, as I heard somebody say one time. You're not thinking about the Hail Marys, you're thinking about whatever you're reflecting upon. So let's say you're reflecting upon the mystery, the first sorrowful mystery, the agony of Jesus in the garden. Praying the Hail Marys, and you're thinking about Jesus in the garden, that gospel event, right? You can imagine yourself as Peter, James, or John who was there, or you can imagine yourself as just another bystander. Look at the whole scene, whatever. The point is this: come in contact with Christ, come in contact with God. Do you have to pray the rosary like that? Below in the comments or wherever this is, I'm putting like a basic thing on how to pray the rosary, but you don't have to pray exactly like that. Like, for instance, I've mixed it up before. Like I'll go through phases where I'll pray the rosary and maybe phases where I'm not praying the rosary or whatever. I mean, because it's a tool, it's whatever, it's to help you to come in contact with God. In some things we go through phases, right? With how we communicate. Anyway, but sometimes I'll mix it up. Like on Mondays, I would reflect upon, like, I take, instead of like the traditional mysteries, I take what I call like the mysteries from the seven readings of the from the Easter Vigil, like the mystery of creation or the mystery of the Israelites being delivered from Egypt or whatever. Also have done, like on Saturdays before, the mystery of Jesus in the tomb, or Jesus descent into hell, or the mystery of Mary's grief and faith, whatever. Also, for me, I've also at times during the Hail Marys, just while I'm running, just reflecting upon God's glory in creation, just looking at the trees, hearing the birds sing, hearing the squirrels run about or whatever while I'm running, and reflecting upon all of that as God's creation, reflecting His glory. You can also pray the Hail Marys as a mantra while you're reflecting upon the Holy Spirit dwelling in us. The Holy Trinity dwelling in us, God dwelling in us. You can do all sorts of things, right? The point is this: using the rosary as a method to get us in contact with God, using the rosary as a method of communicating with Christ, using the rosary as a method of just being open to the Holy Spirit. You may want to test it out. It's another way to praying. Like I said, last Wednesday on Facebook, looked at the Liturgy of the Hours, the Psalms and Scriptures, and this week the Rosary. Different ways you can pray the Rosary. Again, like I said, I'm including a link to a concrete way to pray the Rosary, but also don't feel you have to do it that way. You can, if you like to do things differently, totally do it differently. You don't have to do it the way it's traditionally done. Again, the whole point is this getting me in contact with God? Am I becoming more open to the Holy Spirit, etc., etc.? Another way of praying, another way of communicating with God. Try it out. You can maybe just pray one decade. and you can pray one of the decades in the traditional way, or make up your decade. Make up, maybe like pray the decades and think about, where have I found God during the day? Whatever. But try it out. I encourage you to try it out and see if this works for you. All right, y'all have a good day. God bless. Bye-bye.